Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Good evening. How's everybody out there doing today? Welcome to another basketball show. This your boy, Coach Lee. It's Wednesday night. We're back at it like we're mad at it. Time to run one with you guys. With that being said, what's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.? What's up, man?
Hey, cool. Hey, I had to take it up another notch, you know what I'm saying? Look, season 1, I ditched the uncle, you know what I'm saying? Season 2 is Lounging Leroy Jr., playboy. You know what I'm talking about? Look, this is dude, Lounging Leroy, kicking it on this Nothing But Basketball podcast show. And look, there's 1, 2. On Wednesdays, we got 3 amigos. We about to bring in another, your other amigo, compadre, Coach Hill. What's that, partner?
What's up, y'all? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How you
sir.
doing this Wednesday?
Man, you know what it is. It's just another day in my world, getting money, enjoying the time with you guys. What's good?
Wait, talking about what's good, I got to kick the door down. We can't get the show started without addressing this post that I seen, man. Like, what's up with you throwing in the towel for coaching? You know, the fans want to know what's going on with this coaching thing.
Well, you know what? I'm not throwing in any towel, man. You know, when you frustrated, when your back's against the wall, you throw something out there, you venting, you know, and then, you know, you see people react. So, nah, man, the Waco Terror, we here, man. I'm here. I'm Terror made, man. I ain't going nowhere. We good this way.
Yeah, that's all we wanted to put out there for the haters. Y'all put that. Y'all go run with that. We go run to that.
Like a week or so, like a week and a half or something. I'll be back. I'm good.
Bet. All right, so look, now that we got that out the way, definitely got to give a shout out to our group Sports Talk with Friends and our brother group Sports Talk and Smack. So shout out to y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. And man, let's get this thing started. So what's up? We talking. What's up? What's the first topic?
Man, you know how we started off, Uncle Leroy. We start out with those weekly power rankings, man. And right off the bat, I believe some of us probably picked the Nets to go all the way, man. But they number 5 this week.
Hey, I told you from the gate they were gonna self-implode. I was never really sold on it because it was just like there were a couple of teams. It was just fellas on the court. Yeah. I'm not. I think the 76ers might do something with it.
I think you might be right. We're gonna definitely circle around to that one though.
Oh, wait, did I let that come out? My bad. Hey, I told you. Lounging Leroy, we were hanging around now.
So the biggest thing, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We've been saying it, man. If they have those big 3, if they have the 3 on the court, they're hard to beat. But yeah, I definitely see them, and I've been saying this the whole time. Them and the Sixers, Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
Hey, definitely gotta give a shout out to wait, today he bumping Nelson, but shout out to Rob. He hanging out with us. That's the admin and creator, one of the creators of Sports Talk and Smack, our brother group. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Appreciate it. Now it's interesting that Coach Hill spoke about the big 3. The big 3 are back just in time for the playoffs. Now they did finish second in the East. Kind of they're gonna spend 1 or 2 of them gonna win back and forth all season. But everybody's trying to see now it's what they call it, nut cutting time. You got KD, Kyrie, and the Beard. It's when you got. This is why y'all got brought here. What you gonna do now? You're on the big stage.
Can I say? Is my mic on? Can I say something on that?
You sure can.
They going bold. I mean, who are they big three? Can we put them out? Because they were like co-captains on other teams now. I mean, so
they were, but an interesting nugget. They've only played 202 minutes together this year.
Man, that's what I said. They players on the court.
So with that being said, with that being said, they've only played them a certain amount of minutes. So if they played more minutes together, that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna mesh. They might have had, if they played more minutes, they might have more time to fall apart as opposed to less minutes and just out there staying fresh with it, not having either they were gonna mesh or they're gonna fall apart. That still can happen going down the stretch because somebody's gonna want to be that go-to guy in the postseason. But we'll just have to wait and see.
You got three alphas, them coming together. Now you got to, the coach is going to have to figure out what his rotation is going to be on the go. And you got a first-year head coach, Steve Nash.
That part. And not even just that, he's an unproven first-year head coach. That's the biggest thing. And one thing, there's no continuity with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, it's like, if I don't have any continuity in with my team member, that means I have no faith. Like, so it's like, if I got to take this clutch shot or I'm going to pass it, I'm going to take it. So, that's where ill-advised decision-making comes in because you lack the continuity. You don't know, like, hey, if I'm doing this, if I'm going, you don't know my triple step, my first move is. So I think they're going to implode.
That's a hot sports opinion.
Hey, man, this is what we do, sports talk with friends, man. We're not going against what ESPN and the stats dictate to you because that's stats. But at the end of the day, these guys are unproven leaders. I mean, and they lack continuity. They lack numbers. So of course they go. Of course they got the talent, but they lack continuity. And I don't think Steve Nash can pull it together for them.
Yep, they lack that from top to bottom, man. From top to bottom.
It looks like our comments are blowing up, man. Shout out to Taquan Watts, man. Taquan Watt and Orson Show, man. Y'all gotta definitely check them out. A pretty good podcast. But let's see who's chiming in.
So Taquan said, hope they mop the floor with the Celtics.
Oh. Man, I seen that boy Tatum playing. Hey, I don't know about that play, boy.
Bumpy says, if they don't win enough, who will be the weak link?
Steve Nash.
I think you're right.
The head coach.
Yeah. So what's this one read? What did he say?
Taquan says, nobody remember this is the first year Miami Big Three didn't get right in year one. That is true.
Wow.
That is true.
Hey, but one big caveat there. They had wasn't that with Pat Riley? They had a great coach.
Pat Riley was he was
a GM. He had that Asian guy. I forgot it.
Eric Spoelstra.
Yes. Big. He ain't no Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Shit, more like Steve Crash after this season, man.
Want to go in the
Bumpy says, if KD don't lead this team, does him going to Golden State make him look even weaker?
I would say.
Yeah. Y'all got to put this. Hey, they drag LeBron James. I drag LeBron James' name when he, how you gonna call yourself a king and then abandon your kingdom and go to someone else's kingdom to be what? I mean, a jester? I don't know.
He definitely looking like a coy jester now. And man, we definitely got a special guest tonight. Shout out to my uncle. I see you, Uncle Mike. Appreciate you listening in.
Okay, Uncle Mike, let's clap it out. Hey, see, I knew that was the reason why I ditched the uncle. I gave it to you then, guy.
And LeBron did it twice.
That's true. So number 4, we got Phoenix Suns. They were also 4th last week.
Yeah.
So what you take on that?
I got no qualms with the Suns. So I think that's they playing at that level. I think that fits their ranking fits their play on the court.
Yeah, and I think
they do.
Their coach is doing real well with them, man. You know, you got great leadership on the sideline. You got great leadership on the court, and Chris Paul, Devin Booker. I mean, hey, sky's the limit for that team, but they can also
not by
be their biggest.
Chris Paul beat. Not what Chris Paul doing though. I'm still a Chris Paul hater.
But yeah,
the
sky's the limit for them, but they hold their own destiny in their own hands, though.
So they went in as actually the second seed in the West. You know, I don't know. Chris Paul is there, but you can still look at potentially the inexperience factor creeping up into that.
Yeah.
I know Coach Hill know about that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's inexperienced, but I'm pretty sure if he got a team. No, I'm saying if he got a team that he's trying to they just put them together, there is going to be that inexperience with one another. You got to know where the person's spot is going to be at. You got to know who sets your best pick. People know their role.
Hold on, are we talking about NBA professionals? Like, we shouldn't be talking spots and dots to these guys, man. I mean,
it still comes down to that.
It's the same thing. Like, it's just like the triangle offense that they ran in old Phoenix. I mean, it's the same triangle offense that they run now. I mean, as far as like the formation of it. I mean, there's no difference. Like, why are we talking spots and dots? Like, I don't see how that would play into the gameplay.
Well, some people, as far as like spots and dots, some of them, like some people have never been, maybe they didn't have a good coach. Like I'm talking NBA now. Maybe their coach really didn't know how to coach a group of guys, so they had to bring it back to spots and dots, even in the NBA, due to the fact that maybe the coach didn't know how to run the system right.
That part makes sense.
That's true.
Makes sense.
I've been there. Like there's players that don't mesh with me. I'm still here though. You feel me?
Right. Therefore, look, I guess Allen Iverson can contest to that. Practice? Yeah. It wasn't practice. So exactly,
So Phoenix comes in as number 4. Number 3, 76ers. They were first last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. I mean, it's the guy right there, Nappy. I can't never get this guy's name right. I just call him Joel Nappyhead. You know what I'm saying? This guy's having what's his name?
Embiid.
See, you can tell, you must have had K school. But, you know what I'm saying? I can't pronounce his name, but the guy's having a spectacular season. So, I mean, as long as he, they keep putting him, put a ball in his hand, they're going to do well. They're going to do well.
Yeah. I think it starts and ends with him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then they got Seth Curry, they got Danny Green in addition to those guys. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, sky's the limit, I'm still your words. Sky's the limit for those guys.
They have a nice squad though. They have a nice like role players. We touched a little bit on that a minute ago. Role players, as long as this man has the ball in his hand, he's gonna do well. As long as none of those other guys try to live their glory on the big stage, they'll be fine.
That part.
Know their role.
Wait, can you rewind? Play. Know your role. I had to steal that.
Know your roles. I don't trust. Oh man, who's number 2, man? Oh Lord, I'm looking right
here. Doc coaching is the factor, other than Joel's health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Doc. Doc really, he got him a ring, but it's been a long time. It's a ring a little dusty.
Wait, hold up. Hey, I got to go there. This is the basketball show.
Yeah, it was intentional. Just for you.
It's not talking about an old ring.
It was intentional, just for you.
Hey, as long as if you throw that ball, I'm going to hit.
Bumpy said, it's refreshing to see the game through the big man. It is. That's a renaissance game.
Facts right there. Nowadays, the game is 3-point shooter.
Right.
It's like Bumpy said, man. It's good to see the game, go in and out. Force the ball in, kick it out, get it going. I mean, I like that. I like their style, man. As long as Doc keeps coaching them boys and keep and playoff Doc Rivers don't show up, we good.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. So what we got? What Michael said?
So Michael says you have to beat the champs, and if LA is healthy, I'm afraid they may just repeat LBJ and AD.
Ooh, hey,
they probably been sandbagging all season, man.
Hey, so the time been with him, man. I mean, you know, LeBron James, the back of his head, his hairline has been receding and meeting like at the top now. I don't know if he can still wing it like that. Then coming off a high ankle sprain, so that's gonna be a game changer.
Facts, bro. Love it from Taekwon and Bumpy. Playoff Doc Rivers. That's a fact. He's a real person. He does exist.
Bang. Oh, wait, we're talking about Doc Rivers. Shout out to Doc for the. Well, I think he got the tattooed hairline or something like. I don't know if that was just me, but he's the only bald head guy that got a hairline. Shout out to Doc Rivers on that. Shout out, man.
Salute that man. Salute.
So look, I keep caps on my head because it's gone, man.
So number 2, I ain't believing in the Bucks, man. They were second last week. They're second again this week. Don't know about that one.
We seen the Bucks, man. We seen the Bucks.
Yeah, we just
they had high expectations since Hector was a pup. Since knee was knee high to a grasshopper. Next.
Now don't get me wrong, Chris Middleton is good, but he's their second best player. Going up against Philly, going up against Brooklyn.
Right, but they didn't much have a good regular season. They weren't even a wrecking ball, like, you know, they weren't even a wrecking ball for the regular season like we normally see them. So I mean,
they were dominating.
And last year, that's what I said. We've seen them in the playoffs, so it's like, okay, this is what I expect in the playoffs. Y'all didn't win the regular season. That's y'all think. They're gonna, yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, they opened up the first round against the Heat, who bounced them last year.
That part.
They gonna bounce them this year too. Yeah, they shouldn't be number 2, man. I don't even know when it was closing in Milwaukee.
Yeah, see, I agree.
That whole house done burned down. It's a wrap.
House of cards.
Now see this. Now the number 1, I feel some type of way. What we said? What Taekwon said?
He said they can't be slept on though.
True. They got great talent.
I'm gonna sleep.
That Miami speed matchup would show the grit in them. Taekwon. Hey, if they, you know, I think if they beat Miami, it's gonna give them all the confidence. But if they don't, and they get bounced back years, man, it's gonna be really gloomy in Milwaukee.
Hey, all thing I can say is it's the same recipe. They don't have, like what you said, Coach Hill. That's what they lack, grit. They don't have that. Them boys in Miami, they coming. For real.
Man.
So, I think they're gonna be a first round bounce out. It's a repeat. Who that was? The cha-cha slide. Reverse. They out of there, man.
They'll probably win 2 games in the series and get bounced.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Agreed.
Yeah.
Our number 1 team this week, and was number 3 last week, was the Utah Jazz.
Man.
Who's buying that?
Hey, that's the New Orleans Jazz to me. So I ain't buying none of that Jazz from Utah stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, they were one of the best team in the NBA season, I ain't sold them. So
they finished 52-20.
Yeah.
And they're predicting that Gobert is going to win his 3rd best player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they rank high in defense, and they got one of the top ratings in 3-pointers. I mean, you know, you can stop them on deep on one side of the ball, and you can put up points on the other side of the ball. They're a deadly team, but, you know, They lack identity because they are the New Orleans Jazz. There's no Jazz in Utah, so they confused.
Now,
I think
one thing. I'm sorry.
A big part of that's going to be a big part of their success is how healthy is Donovan Mitchell going to be?
I was just about to say that, Coach. He ain't played since April 16th.
Right.
Yeah. So how healthy is he going to be? How in shape is he going to be? Is he going to be that same person? They better hope Lakers win tonight. That's that play-in tournament going on.
Yeah. Right. They better hope, because if not, they got to face LA the first round. Goes back to that right there.
What is it?
You have to beat the champs, and if LA is healthy, I'm afraid they may just repeat LBJ and AD.
That is true.
We're gonna see what them boys gonna do, man. Real talk.
So before we go to our commercial part, we got one little story we're gonna slide in here real fast. And this is kind of one that we've talked about in the past. We've talked about this individual. And that is what's my man's name? Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo.
Yep.
I can't pronounce his fool's name.
The man singer.
His name from. So we talking about so how he get on our top? Oladipo?
Yes. Want to know how he got on our topic? Because we talked about him right before the trade deadline. And it wasn't really speculation. It was the worst kept secret in the NBA that he wanted to get to Miami. That's why I think Houston even tried to give him some money. He declined it, so everybody really knew at one point in time what was going on. But he has elected. He's out for the remainder of the season. He had a quad injury. And they're saying that quad injury might actually prevent him from playing next year as well. So in regards to the Heat, is it over before it starts?
For Oladipo?
Yep.
For Oladipo? Thank you, Coach Hill. I always know who the dude is.
You see all the highlights you just showed, right? You saw all them highlights that was just playing. He had, I think it was Indiana. That's the last time he was relevant in the NBA, and that's my opinion. Sorry for anybody watching. You don't have to agree with me, but hey, that's my opinion. He has not been relevant. He wants to go here. He wants to do this. He wants to feel loved. He wants to feel part of something. You know I'm gonna bring it up. Mass Singer, you gonna win that. You ain't won nothing. You trying to be a part of something. It's time to hang it up, man. Prime is over.
Check one said prime is over. Can't shake out those injuries.
Ever since that first injury, man.
You better work on that jumper. You're right. It's about to be gone.
You better work on commentating because he needs to just hang it up.
He's gonna be up here lounging on the head with Leroy. Dude,
hey, we'll see how he does. No, he may bounce back, he may not, but it is to be determined. With that being said, we're gonna roll into this commercial break and come back for those tailor-made updates, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Be right back, folks. Appreciate you.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
Boom, just like that, player.
Oh man, you talking digging in my nose, man. Sorry, I'm loud as too much, man. God damn. Look, we back with more of the Nothing But Basketball show, man.
Already.
So y'all know what time it is, gentlemen. Time for them Waco Terra updates, player.
Man, we're gonna get right into it, man. You know, your Waco Terra, we struggling right now. We're on a 3-game losing streak. Went to Houston last weekend. And of course, you see right there, 135 to 131. no defense is being played at all. So we got to get back on that end. But some stats for y'all out there, man. Logan Hicks finished with 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 5 assists. Demarius Keys finished with 9 points, 4 rebounds. Chance Gibson finished with 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals. Devon Wilson, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Trevon Shaw, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 assists. Keldrick Hayes Jr. Hey, it's his first time playing with the Terror. The boy can ball, man. 41 points.
41 points.
5 rebounds, 3 steals. Then you have Peyton Casares, 8 points, 3. What is it? That ain't 8. That's wrong. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. And then you have who is that? Holloman. My bad. I can't say his name either. 6 points, 5 rebounds, man. And the whole thing is stats don't mean anything when you lose in games. So, but hey, big shout out to all them boys for going down there and trying. And it starts with the top and goes down to the bottom. We got to get it together, man. Of course, my highlighted player, the Waco Terror highlighted player of the week, man, is none other than Keldrick Hayes Jr., man. The boy came in first game with us and straight balled. I think right there it is, Waco Terror basketball page. You know, he went to Jacksonville Community College in Jacksonville, Texas. He has recently transferred to a Division I school where he'll be playing Division I basketball next year. So shout out to Keldrick Hayes Jr. I wish him best of luck, but he will be finishing the season with us first, though, because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need his leadership and his help too.
Already.
Then we have, of course, the Texas Basketball Association game week matchups. You can check those out on Facebook, Instagram, Waco Terror Basketball, stuff like that. You know, it has us down there. We're playing the Austin Knights. Definitely some good solid matchups from top to bottom in this league, man. It's not a long running league, but hey, the competition level in this league is pretty solid, pretty good. So shout out to Eric Turner and Romel they're the commissioners of the TBA. So shout out to them about putting on a pretty solid league, man. We're happy to be a part of it.
No doubt.
And of course, our next game. It's very crucial that we win this game. We cannot fall to 2-5. That's gonna make the uphill battle even worse. I'd rather be 3-4. But our next game is at Aquila High School, which is 20 minutes from Waco North. 7 p.m. tips, 6:30 doors open. The 2-4 Waco Terror versus the 1-4 Austin Knights, and we will be getting back in the win column this week. I promise. So, and I would hate to eat my words because then I know players is gonna get cut.
Okay, now I get the whole gruesome feeling. Like I felt depressed. He was like, "Yeah, stats don't mean nothing if you're losing games." Okay, Coach Eddie,
My players will say the same thing, man. And you know what? Like I said, no disrespect to them, but they'll say the same thing. Hey, it's cool to put highlight films together for if you're going overseas, if you're trying to get a little film for college or whatever the case may be. It's cool. But at the end of the day, they'll sit back and be like, dang, we're not winning. But we got all these highlights, though, but we're not winning. So it defeats the purpose of me even trying to coach. If we're just out here coaching for highlights, then you can just go play rec league ball because we don't do that this way.
Shout out to you, keeping that old school narrative. Ain't no participation trophy for third place. Ain't no but cuss words you lose. What the hell you think you gonna get? Shout out to you for that, man.
Yeah, that's right. And then my last update, my bad, I dropped my pen. My last update, man, is something that follow us. You know what it is. Follow us on Facebook, Waco Terror Basketball, Instagram, TerrorMade_254, on Twitter, @Terror Waco. And if you want to catch our games, if you haven't been able to see them, and y'all can even message me, go watch them on YouTube, Waco Terror Basketball. Everything pops up. And be like, hey, coach, give me some pointers. I'm always open for people giving me ideas, man. I don't shut the door on them. Doesn't mean I'm gonna use them. Maybe not. But at the end of the day, I take advice from everybody, man. I love criticism. And also, if you're interested in joining the Waco Terror, the number was on the bottom of the flyer. So hey, hit me up. Boom. Owner, head coach William Hill, 254-420-6368. Feel free to hit me up if you're trying to be part of the Waco Terror, man. Believe me, we'll have positions open after this season. So, hey, I'm always looking for new talent.
Mike Jones, who? Hit me up, 803-5004.
But yeah, the last part of the Waco Terror updates, we recently here in Waco, Texas, and we talked about this a little bit a few shows ago, where we lost a young man, age 16, 17 years old, but we lost a friend of mine, Tyson Fielder, Fedler. I think I'm saying it right. Sorry if I'm not. If anybody watching, I'm sorry. His son got shot this past weekend. I don't know all the information about what happened. I mean, I really don't dig into that type of stuff because it's a touchy situation. But every day I hear about gun violence with our youth. Every day there's somebody getting shot or playing with guns or thinking they're about that life or whatever the case may be. The whole thing is, I have a 16-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, a 19-year-old daughter, and a grandson now. And the way our society, the way our youth are going, when my grandson gets older, he's going to have to face all kinds of stuff. My thing is, right now, while we may not be able to control gun violence with our youth, we can definitely try to influence them and put them in lead them down a different direction, lead them in a different path. So my thing is, the Waco Terror is not only for basketball, but it's also to help young men. Man, if I had the women's team going, young women, to be mentors and guide people in the right directions. We need to get out into these schools like we were doing. We need to get out and talk to the youth. We need to invite them to our open gyms, to our whatever we got going on. Invite them to the games. Keep them off these streets, man, because at the end of the day, that is our future. And now our future is not looking so bright because we have one 17-year-old killing another 17-year-old, taking a brother, a sister, an uncle, a future father, and throwing your life away also for taking that life. So it's a lose-lose situation, man. You're losing, a life is lost, but yet another life is lost by saying, getting life in prison and throwing their life away. So 2 lives are lost, 2 families hurting.
Agreed, man. Wow, yeah, that's touching. It's always hard losing someone and grieving and dealing with a killing, So yeah, our prayers go out, man. That's hard, heavy heart. Wow, man. It's like, I could go on with the show now. But man, shout out to our prayers. Definitely let us know there's a link that we can do give back or something. We definitely want to support. Show support for that player. Man, that's hard.
Yes, sir.
No doubts.
He had a bright future ahead of him, man. He was quarterback for University High School here in Waco. He was a good kid, man. He really was.
Cool. So we gotta get up and pay these. We gotta pay these bills right quick. So, Coach Lee, what's our movie spotlight this week? And before we get to that, so definitely everyone that appreciate y'all that joined out the stream, that hung out with us, we doing a movie giveaway. So we're gonna have a DVD, Blu-ray, digital code download combo pack, and we're gonna be giving away to everyone that commented, shared, liked our stream. So definitely before y'all, if y'all viewing us, make sure y'all comment, because we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a giveaway to those that commented during our live stream. So, hey, what movie spotlight we have today?
Well, I saw we had the other one earlier, but
yeah, that's next. See, that's coming up next, The American Fighter. But this week we still have The Mauritanian is yours on Blu-ray or DVD, digital download. Academy Award winning Jodie Foster, Tahara Rahim, Shailene Woodley, and Academy Award nominee Benedict Cumberbatch star in The Mauritanian, the riveting and emotionally compelling true story of courage and survival against all odds, based on the New York Times bestseller. Bring home the critically acclaimed film, filled with all new exclusive bonus content, including an alternate opening never seen before, deleted scenes, and much more. On The Mauritanian now on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD. And we're going to be having 5 of those combo packs. So That's going to be yours if y'all make sure you comment, like, share in our stream so you can be entered to get this combo pack. Man, that was a lot.
It was. Coach Hill, you got any shout outs?
First and foremost, shout out you guys for another great show. Shout out my family. We doing what we do. And just shout out, I'm always going to shout them out. Destined for Greatness Basketball and all the mentors and basketball coaches in the city of Waco, not just Waco, but across America, man. Shout y'all out, man. Let's keep impacting lives and keep things moving.
No doubts. No doubts. Uncle Leroy, you got any shout outs, brother?
Hey, man. Lounge and Leroy, but why? Yes, I do. Y'all do see, check out the shirt, the Bro Show. Definitely give a shout out to former New Orleans Saints cornerback Delvin Bro. He's going to be doing a book signing for his book, Unbroken. He's going to be doing that May 28th at Little J's and More down in Harahan. May 28th, 10 a.m. to noon. Y'all definitely want to check that out. If y'all there, it's going to be a great event. They're going to have food. He's going to be book signing. He's also here. They might have so much more for there. So definitely want to check that out. And this weekend, we always got something going on at the big brand. Shout out to SCWF Gaming, Smoke, and his team. Jonathan is doing a great thing over there. But this week we got Battle of the Brand, Part 2. That's us, Sports Talk with Friends Gaming, going up against Cool James Gaming. The first time, of course, the big brand took home the bragging rights, while the face of our franchise, he took home $178. So,
no doubt,
this is something that, is profitable. You can make some money off of this. So right now, the big brand, we 1-0, while Cool James Gaming is trying to get their clap back. But, you know what I'm talking about? We going to flex on them, make us 2-0 on the week. But definitely give a shout out to them. And once again, get on these movie giveaways. We always having movies. Definitely get in on these giveaways. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to the team. Got a lot of good stuff coming up. Like I said yesterday, said last week, get on the bus because you don't want to be on the sideline watching us pass y'all by. So that's all I got from Lounge Leroy. What you got up, Coach Lee?
Hey, appreciate you brothers getting on here. As always, have fun on Wednesday nights. Had great interactions tonight. Make sure those that are watching, comment, subscribe, check us out, tell your friends, tell your family. Let's grow this together. Let's do this thing. Appreciate y'all. Love your family. Everybody else, peace.